This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Movies have become very popular among the younger generation, especially of late. This has brought many changes in society, and the changes have been for better and worse. This paper will throw light on how movies affect the society and individuals. Movies heavily influence people's beliefs, and a classic example of the same is the movie The Passion of the Christ. This movie made people believe in God and Christ. This is one of the most positive effects of movies on society and on individuals. I believe everything has a positive and negative side. If we just look at the positives, we can conjure up those positives and implement them in our lives to improve them. In the case of movies, there are very few positives and many negatives. The biggest negative is that they show fiction, and the same impacts the mindset of young children. They fail to realize that it is just for entertainment. They get involved in a movie to a great extent and get heavily influenced by the same. The results of this have been devastating, and nothing will change unless the parents make it clear to the children that the movies are fictitious and portray things that will never happen. Once the children realize this, then the negative impact of movies on society can be minimized. Another concern is movies with horror and excessive violence. Such movies heavily impact the mindset of individuals. Many horror movies have even taken lives away. This goes to show that it is high time that we realized the negative impacts of movies and tried to minimize them. Making a movie is a very lucrative business, and this is precisely why it is trendy these days. The filmmakers neglect their responsibility towards society and engage themselves in making movies that will fetch them good money. This is taking selfishness to another level. The filmmakers should realize their responsibility towards society and start making movies that will help society grow in more ways than one. There is no denying that such movies are being made, but such movies are not made as frequently as the other movies, which depict unoriginal things that will never become reality. Family movies have a very positive effect on society, instilling values in people. Values are surely missing in people, and more such movies must be made. Watching the right kind of movies has numerous other benefits and positive effects. People should be smart enough to decide which movie is worth watching. They should not blindly decide to watch any movie, and this especially applies to people who have young children with them. The fictitious movies are produced because the people want such movies to be produced. Such movies make a lot of money and fetch the movie makers a good profit. This goes to show that there is a huge demand for such movies, and considering the demand, the supply of such movies becomes inevitable. Good movies don't get as much appreciation as fictitious movies. This is why the number of movies that are of use to society and individuals is decreasing over time. The movie makers who plan to make movies tend to avoid interesting and good subjects because they don't want to take a gamble. Producing a movie that will be helpful to society may give good returns but may not give good returns. This uncertainty holds the movie makers back. The people have to decide which movies they want to watch because of the supply and demand principle that comes into play here. I sincerely hope that people ignore all the negatives and conjure up the positives in movies that are released these days, or they change their taste, which will force the movie makers to change the plot of their upcoming movies. This essay on effect of movies on society and individuals was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one, on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for, free of charge.